Okay, friends, subscribers, and all you YouTubers out there. Basically, what I'm showing you here is what looks to be, by the way, a spacecraft actually in the air. But then if we come over here, we see either a little town or part of a spaceport, I'm unsure. But as you can see, there are definite structures here. You can see here there's a bridge that's going over something. Now, I don't know, are these water pits or whatever, but what's interesting here is here we have a flying saucer right there. And as you can see, that's definitely a saucer shape. There's a building here. There's definitely a building of some description. But then we come down to here, we've got definite structure. It looks like steps going up there, but like walkways. I think that's actually craft there, but there's definite buildings all over the place here, and it looks to be quite unusual. But then we come down to the next level, but there's buildings all over the place in here. There's a couple of craters in that area. But then we can't start coming down into here where there is definite structure and definite buildings. Like, they're not square, but there is some kind of structure to them. And it's like, if you're going to hide on the moon, you might want to camouflage yourself. By the way, that looks to be a tri-ship, a triangular ship there. You can see the shadow underneath it. There's buildings absolutely everywhere here. You've just got to go to the right spot. We have building structures here. We've got definite buildings here. Buildings down here. There's like a triangular piece. It looks like there's a definite building here. You can sort of see it coming up here. That's a definite sign of a building. And it's got like a thing protecting like a courtyard. We have smaller buildings down here. And there's quite a lot of stuff in this region. I can go back over everything here because it's just constant. Now that's definitely something there. That's not like that is no way natural. And the same as here, we've got like a building structure here. Definitely a structure there. That's a definite either. I think that could be a ship actually, that little one there. But as you can see here, like not what we think of buildings, okay, but they're definitely something. There is like domes. Some of these are definite domes, and like here we've got a Y-shaped building over here. It's basically, I've been noticing too, when they've done this image, they've marked them with these lines. Wherever these lines are, these cities are appearing. Now, this one's a good one. You can actually tell that's a square building. We have a line here, coming down here. Like, as an artist myself, I can easily recognise that's a building. It sort of comes across here, we've got light on the top. Now whether that's the top of a ship but I think it's part of a building. It could be part of a ship because as you can see here, there's shadow underneath this object, and this object goes around here, around down there, up around here, along here. Now that could be a ship. This is like definitely looks like a dome structure just there. Now whether these are little structures all over the place, this one looks like it's got doors in it. But I don't know what happened there. I've just jumped away from everything there accidentally. Oh yeah, okay, good. Oh, that's good. I found that again. Now look at this one. Looks to be definitely some kind of structure. And it looks like there's doors in it, and it's like there's a courtyardy type thing in there. But no matter where I go on these images, there's bloody buildings absolutely everywhere. You can see, look at these roofs here. They're roofs, as if that's a camouflage structure, and they come into it. But then it looks like there's objects here, whether they're people, whether they're smaller buildings. Again, I don't know. A dome structure right here. There's a dome structure, and I don't need to colour this to show you the objects. And it looks like the city just keeps on coming and basically goes down into a different area. These look to be taller buildings, and as you can see, look what look to be lit windows down in that area. And again, more what look to be lit areas inside the darker areas, and they're all the same. They've got that same sort of lighter look to them. We've got a structure here that's a building. There's a definite building. Okay, here we go. Here's I call this the courtyard. We've definitely got a bridge coming across here. We've got a building here. I thought that was a pothole, but I don't think that actually is a crater. I really don't. There's just something about that to me says like a drinking well or something like that. But look at this. That's a roofed structure. And we have here, we've got like a roof structure with little bits coming off it here. And then we come down to here to smaller buildings. Around here, there's one there. There's one there. One there. There's one there. And then we've got these things again in this area. And over the back here, we've definitely got buildings here. They're definite buildings. They seem to be buildings as well. And then we come down into this area here. Even down here, we have structures around here. I don't know what this is. Don't know whether that's some kind of a cloud. And I have actually found a cloud on the moon. I've got to find the image. I've saved so many images today that it's beyond a joke. But no matter where I go on here, this looks to be like terrain that you see here on Earth. Looks like there's a walkway around there. It looks like a hill with a bit of vegetation on it and structures on it. And it doesn't look to be, how would you say, moon surface. Now, whether these things up here are camouflage for what's here, and the only reason why we're seeing this is we're looking at it from the side, and you look at this. This looks like there's dwellings in some kind, heaps of dwellings in some kind of vegetated area. To me, that says vegetation. Look at these buildings here. There's definitely buildings here. There's a road. That is a road. Watch this. We're coming down this road here, down there. There we go. Coming down the road, we've got a building here, building there, building there, building there, building there. It's like a little suburb here, but it looks like there's vegetation. This is what's getting me. And again, it's you can sort of see it comes down here. It looks like there's some kind of a pathway here. And again, we've got buildings up here. But that definitely looks like either a vegetated area or a heavily populated area. It looks like a little grassy suburb. And to me, those look like, some of these look like trees in amongst this. But it's the dwellings. Look at the streets. There's a street there. There's a street there, and there's buildings there. There's buildings going down there. And it's amazing. Then we've got another little path coming down here. And then it leads down to another building there. We've got a little pathway comes down that area. And whether or not that comes down into there, I don't know. But again, we've got another pathway coming down into the next area. But it is absolutely amazing. It's we do have I thought these were craters, but look at them. They're not. They're actually not craters. These are actually structured. And just because we don't build in odd shapes doesn't mean they don't. It would be the perfect camouflage. And again, like when you come up here, you expect to see craters after craters. But again, what we find here, we find basically little tracks everywhere. We find a couple of small dwellings around here. This could be farming area. And again, I'm telling you now, I have seen, you look through a video camera and you lower your brightness down, you'll see an atmosphere around the moon, a definite atmosphere. And even up here, when you look at this area here, again, it looks like you're looking at vegetation. We've got like little houses everywhere around. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there. That's absolutely amazing. I even saw a couple of pyramids today. And I'm sorry, but it's going to be a fluke to find them damn things again. But again, no matter where we go, it looks like we have definite life. And again, now this one here looks like either a mining, I think this is a mine. I truly think this area here is a mine. It just, to me, says mine. It's you got areas here, just the way the levels are cut into it. See here, the levels? This is how you cut into a mine. And it's layered like or could that be like the terraced mountains that are in Thailand and stuff like that? There might only be sections on the moon that are habitable. But you've only got to look here. Look at this here. Got areas over here which look to be little buildings down there. And again, it looks vegetated in areas. But then we've got like this giant walkway area here. Got a definite building there. Up here, you got the angle coming across there. It looks like it's a funny shape, the frontage. But the building looks like the perspectives are absolutely perfect. And it doesn't matter where I go, I find these damn structures. So I'm going willy-nilly here. Now, this one interests me. There just seems something strange about that area there. Notice how it's sort of like covering over that, whether it's a way of getting down or whether that's a bit of camouflage, because it doesn't look like it belongs. It looks to be fake. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to jump back out of it, fit the screen. Now, as you can see here, all I'm doing here, oh yeah, by the way, it's back to that ship area. That's that ship that we found the other day. But then we find, like I'm finding a lot of these creatures around as well. But that city just keeps on bloody going. There we go. We got like terraced areas here. Now, okay, there's one of those crosses. Okay, so we're going to zoom in on that area. So we've got a cross there. Now, as I said, every time I find one of these crosses in these images, I find cities. You can see like buildings, 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 little building here, 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 here. No matter where I go, I find bloody buildings. I find structure. It's not like we know it, but it's definitely there. So we're going to zoom in on that again. What was that area there somewhere? So we're just going to find that cross. Okay, maybe we're not going to find the cross. How about we go there? Because I can see it there. Oh, there's a cross there. So basically, it doesn't look to be a standard crater. It doesn't look like to be a mountain or anything like that. It definitely looks to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in about that level there. Okay, we go back to the hand. And again, we're going to direct around and we're going to have a look. Okay, so if that's where we just were. And again, now look at these. These could be ships or whether they're part camouflage. But again, look at this. It looks like a walkway. There's some kind of structure here. These could be, these are the ones that look like vegetation. And these look like some kind of housing, I'd say. And I think that's what they are. I actually think these are housing areas. I mean, you look, there's pathways absolutely everywhere. There's a stepped pathway for some unknown reason. It comes down through here, either they're buildings or vegetation. You come up here, the pathway goes up there, up there, up there. Goes behind a building of some description, a big one. Comes up in that vegetated area, what it looks to be. And again, we got looks like what could be a tri-ship just there, a triangular ship. And yeah, that's just on that cross section there. And we go down a bit. And then we come down to these areas here. And again, what look to be suburbs. It's sort of, and I'll tell you now, to me that looks like a suburb. We've got like a street going down there, that area, and there's like in a vegetated area. Then we've got a long line of buildings coming down here, and as you can see, that's a densely populated building area there. That's densely populated. And again, I don't know what these white areas are, what they are. Whether that's how they go. Yeah, who can say? We've got domes here, dome here, a dome there. When we come down, we've got buildings here. These could be craft, actually. They could be a stack of craft, because they seem to be odd shapes. And again, we've got structures here. Again, similar to that other video, we've got that round. That could even be the same structure, but I don't think it is. But I don't know whether these are transport chutes or whether these are roads. But look at the dense population. These are buildings. There. I think that they build in two styles. There looks to be a lit tri-ship there. And even down in these areas there, you can sort of see, like, I don't know whether they're structures, but there's definitely something to this. It's absolutely bloody amazing. And again, there's that a wall type thing here. So it doesn't matter where I go here. It looks like big buildings. Buildings. Dome buildings. Got to zoom back out, folks. Sorry, I've lost myself on the image here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in that area. I think there was a fair bit happening. Now, like when you first look at it, it doesn't look like much at a zoomed thing until you start getting into it. Once you're zoomed into it, that's when everything starts appearing. And it starts looking not artificial or not crater-like. It starts looking like they're built the best way they can in areas to make it look. And the building, the way they build, could be part of the camouflage. Now look at this. That is a definite street area there, coming down there. So we come in here. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. Because when you're zoomed in, that's when everything starts coming clear. There seems to be a structure here. And again, there's a good one. That is definite building. Down there. Again, look at this. We have a square-faced building coming down that area. We have our little buildings again. Okay, there's a pyramid. A definite pyramid. There. Now, I don't know whether that's a dwelling on a flat face or whatever, but it just seems a bit odd. It could be a ship. But so I'm just going to see this. There's an orb there. We've got a building here. And there's buildings absolutely everywhere. Now look at this. This is what I mean. These are not natural structures. We have a definite structure here. We have, and look and see how it curves around. It's got a curve, then a straight wall. To me, that says built. We have a structure along here, along here, along here. And then we come around. Now, there we go. Notice how we've got another type area here, similar. It looks like there's dwelling buildings here and there. It looks like we've got a bit of normal stuff. Then again, then we've got what looks to be a dwelling, either buildings here. That's a definite building there. There. No matter where you go, you find it. You find them. Okay, I'm starting to go into the black area there, but you just keep on zooming around. No matter where you go, you find structure. And again, you've got to open your eyes and say, okay, well, maybe it's not like what we do. Okay, now here's the big pyramid. That is a pyramid. There's a triangular pyramid, and I believe it's a three-faced triangle. Seems to be some kind of light at the top area. There's a pathway that goes around that way, and it seems to be some kind of pathway that goes around the whole building. Seems to be structure here, structure there. Seems a little bridge type thing. We've got a structure over here, and then we have our building areas over here. Now, as I said, I don't know whether these are covers over that, because there seems to be shade underneath some of these. We look to have another tri-ship there. This one seems to have a dome on the tri-ship. And just because they're not at the same level, we've got to remember these people have much more advanced technology than we do. They may not even have to worry about roads. They do seem to stick together though, like most cultures. Okay, there seems to be a ship there. At first I thought it was a crater, then I noticed there was a dome. You can just see that dome there. And then we have like a building structure here. Now here's the strange thing about this structure. It seems to go over, come down. And there's the shadow for it. And there's hollows underneath it. Whether that's some kind of a sculpture or whatever, I'm unsure. Now look at this. Lights, windows in buildings. Now, in Lightning Ridge, they build into the ground. And it could be the similar way. Notice here we've got lights here. In shade, oh no, sorry, that's the pyramid, that's the top of the pyramid. But no matter where I go, I find a building. It could be an orb behind it. That one looks like it's sort of a hill, whether there's a building in. But look at this. There's either a sculpture or a bridge or whatever, or it's a hollow with a sphere in it, or whether that's just the way they've built their house. But when I come up here, Notice here we have a square hole. A square hole. And it's just constantly goes on. I think that's just amazing, absolutely amazing what you find when you go around and you zoom in on places. Okay, that's a different image. That's a different section. We've come up and there's a similar image. We've come up, but where is it? I've just lost it. Sorry, folks. Okay, now see this? There seems to be something raised here. And it's dropping a shadow, and there's this bit here is dropping its shadow here. So there's definitely something there. That could be some kind of a ship. And then we have a square building with that round. Oh, sorry, we've come back up into that area that we were in before. So make your minds up. As you can see here, we've got windows in buildings, little lights in the area. And if you're a race trying to hide from a very nasty race on another planet called humans, it's quite logically that you would build your homes in a way that they could not be seen. But this ship from a certain angle, okay, now I think that is a ship. I'm sure of it. I'm bloody sure of it. It just looks like. Again, we got that tri-ship. But when you go through and you look at these areas, you can see buildings. And it's absolutely amazing what they're like. It's sort of, no matter where you go, they're not everywhere. They're not, some areas they're very sparse. Now, look at this. This one's got me. I found this earlier. Look at this bit here. We've got a pathway comes down here. Well, it looks like a pathway that comes down here, comes down here. But then you come round here, or you can go down that area down there, and it looks to be some kind of that could be a dam even. But this pathway has numerous ways to go. Comes up here, down there, up around there, and it's a little suburb. And then now this one's set up a bit differently. This one's direction, the buildings are that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. There, where are we? I've got to try and find. There was something that I found earlier, and I'm trying to find it. So just bear with me, folks. And I'm sorry that I've just shut up for a minute. But the thing is, it's sort of, oh yeah, there's that cross area again. That's on the. As I said, every time you find a cross, you find dwellings, you find buildings. And the thing is, like, there's no possible way that we are on our own on this damn universe. And anybody that says that we are the only living beings, and I have to say it over and over and over again, you're a freaking idiot. I'm sorry, but you are. If you truly believe that we are the only life forms in this world that walk the face of this planet, and you do have to be an absolute drongo, because the thing is, we have proof that there is life out there. There are so many images of spacecraft. There's so many images of aliens. There's so many reported cases of UFOs. And the thing is, every single time, we get told they're the same thing. We get put off and everything. Look here, they seem to be lights in a sort of row. Here we got lights. Look at them. They look like windows. These don't look like anything else but windows. See, little windows. They're set apart like windows. But every single time, people they call themselves skeptics. And honestly, as I say in some of my other videos, I love skeptics, because, like, you've got to truly start pulling your heads out of your asses. just because things aren't the same as they are here on Earth doesn't mean they don't exist. The possibility of life not existing out there is a joke, but the possibility of life existing out there is so great that it outnumbers the planets in the universe. Ah, there it is. Yeah, now here we go. We have a square. Now what's this? Bang, curve, straight. Sorry, it's not a curve, it's like a ramp going up. Bang, along, square, and it goes up here, there like that. That is a built structure, and it's nothing else. It is a built building. And you have to say, well, look, okay, maybe we were wrong. And the only reason I think these are visible is because of the angle that this camera was at, because you can't see them anywhere else. And I could zoom in and go further and go through more, but as I said, the more you zoom in on these things, the more you get buildings, and absolutely amazing. And the link to these images is on the same, it's the same area actually, it's just I found more. By zooming in, I've got a better quality resolution on this image, and I just keep on finding structure. And yeah, so it's up to yourselves. The veil's been lifted. Open your damned eyes and look at it. Thank you. I'll see you all later, and have a good day. I'm just going to stop this, and it's not going to stop. Oh, I'm very sorry, folks. Yeah, I'll cut it off in a minute.